Noisy background. A message can have more than one part. So, please excuse the fan in the background, but a message can have more than one part. So this is part 2. I'm not completely saying that I'm giving up the fight, but I definitely am sure saying that I'm shifting my focus. But yesterday you said you were shifting my focus. What have I done so far? Oof. So what have I done so far? Well, I started to shift my focus into grinding Dragon King again. But this time, not for me, for my crew members. I'm trying to arm my entire crew with at least 5 geared characters so that they can grind and get credits. So I'm doing what I can to help them gear at least 5 characters. 5 characters so that they can do weeklies and so forth. One currently went through something and right now he can't really get on like that. He's choosing to take a break. One have been getting on and she's been very motivated. She's been very motivated to grind. This is the most motivated I have ever seen. And I hope she never lets that fire extinguish. The rest of them have been kind of MIA and taken a break. For the most part, the ones who are active in my guild, I have been getting them geared to have at least 5 characters so that they can do weekly. And they can have quotation mark income coming in. Income, aka credits, the in-game currency. So far it's going well, and we're creating progress. I want to encourage the ones who, well, actually, frankly, most of these guilds outside of, tongue slip, name drop. Most of these guilds outside of Battle Lords and Exodus don't necessarily care for their guild. They just advertise recruiting their guild. Then those people are kind of pretty much left to fend for themselves. They claim to be helpful, but they're not entirely helpful. Sorry, not sorry, but I'm kind of sick and tired. Sorry, not sorry, but I'm kind of sick and tired of trying to be nice when the only thing they've been doing is pissing me off. So I'm going to be truthful. I started trying to help my guild members gear at least 5 characters so that they can be well off on their own. I would recruit right now, but considering how fake people are right now and considering how they don't care even about themselves, I'm not recruiting. They wanted attention, I'll give. Hell, they can have their attention. But here's the thing. The more attention they bring to themselves, the more likely someone is to find out about their true colors. The more likely someone is to find out about their true colors, the more likely they are to fall. And they can try to hide their true selves. But the more attention they bring to their true selves, the more likely someone is going to dig up something from them just to expose them. Just a little warning there. So please, by all means, I'm just gonna sit back and let the others recruit, and let the people naturally come to my guild. You notice I haven't been recruiting, but look at the number of the guild members that I have in my crew. Sometimes a small guild is actually a better choice for a guild. Not a huge one you can hardly manage, and it's too many people to manage. So anyways, another thing I have been focusing on, which is myself, what I need to do, which I won't be telling, because I still know that there's a bunch of by-names that are trying so hard to copy me in my rotations and failing miserably, then wondering why their bias weak, and why they can't do damage, and kind of find out they just been trying their best to copy paste to avoid reading, which is fucking them over, and they're also taking that same approach to other characters, copy paste with other people, not reading the whys behind why people do said things, which is also fucking themselves over on other characters. Then they get upset, they start calling characters weak, just like how they've been calling by weak for the longest time, because they've all been, right before I even came into the spotlight, people have been copying Kato, then failing to copy Kato, then be wondering why they can't play by, then they don't be reading, then they get upset, they start calling characters names and stuff, which, let's remember the fact that one of these dumbasses made a tier list, put Tyne and Jay at the very bottom of the tier list, then when get asked why, said this is what they feel is their opinion. Then later on, oh hey, remember that same person that put Tyne and Jay at the bottom of a tier list and tried to make that shit official? No. Hear me out. Tried to make that the official tier list. When someone asks for a tier list, they literally sent the stupid tier list with Tyne and Jay at the bottom, then suddenly want to pretend they've been there for Tyne and Jay the entire time, even though they haven't stepped foot on Tyne and Jay until Tyne and Jay got changes. Suddenly want to act like they've always been there for Tyne and Jay, and now they put Tyne and Jay. Hi, I never forgot. I never forget a lot of things. I forgive, but I don't forget. Yes, I forgive, but I never forget. Just because I don't have issues with anybody, except for the people who are currently fucking over the economy, doesn't mean I haven't forget about all the stupid shit that other people have done. I can forgive, I do forgive, but I never forget. Moving on. So, another thing I have been doing is when my guild members have been asking me what's the price for such and such, I have been answering said prices. They even asked in the crew chat and made sure to answer. I'm pretty sure it's entirely different for other crews because, oh wait, do they care about pricing? No. The only other guild that I can possibly think of who probably have been helping out their guild, which I trust they have, is Exodus. That's the only other guild. The rest of them, I have no faith. Yeah, I have zero faith. Zero faith whatsoever. With what I've been shown over the years, first of all. With what I've been shown over the years is one. with the people from the guild and how they act, people from those guilds and how they act, especially in CC General, is 2. How a handful of the guild members, with a handful of the guild leaders, how they act is 3. The only person that I will exempt from that, I will exclude, is Idonelia. It's clear that Idonelia cares about Rubia. No, it's definitely clear that Idonelia from Rubia do care about her members, but 2 of her guild members and how they act sometimes in CC General when they open their mouth shows me they don't give a fuck about others but themselves and what they want. I won't say who those 2 are though, but we all know both of them very well because they can't seem to shut their mouth. As for the other guilds, it's clear. They don't care. Except for a few. But they're quiet. They don't say anything. They're afraid to say anything because they're afraid of getting attacked. Or, not only that, we're probably going through things themselves. I hope those people finally gain the strength to finally speak up. And for those people who are quiet because they're scared of what will happen to them if they're honest too, and they do agree, honestly, it's okay if you speak up eventually. You're gonna have to at one point. But I mean, if you want to take your time and take out your pace before you finally decide to speak up, by all means. I know there are other people outside of Exodus, outside of Battle Lords, that also agree with what I've been saying for the longest time. They just don't want to get involved because they see how I've been treated along with others have been treated. Others have been kind of treated like shit since they've been speaking out and so forth. We all know how I've been treated whenever I speak. So I get it. I get that part. But sooner or later, y'all gonna have to speak out because the more people that speak, sooner or later, y'all gonna have to speak out because the more people that speak out, the more, yeah. Sooner or later, we're gonna have to march the forums again in numbers if it gets bad. But right now, considering we're all tired and we're all stressed, we're not gonna worry about that right now. We're just gonna worry about each other and ourselves at this point, just like how they are, and not caring about what was it called? Scalpers? The scalpers are doing? Yeah. Should I name drop? Considering this is part 2. I'll think about whether or not I should name drop. But then again, those same people that probably desperately want me to name drop are waiting to flip the narrative so that they can look good. And then, when people eventually find out about what they're doing, they're going to be the main ones upset, not me. So, you know what? I'm going to be nice and not name drop. Because they've been doing it for the longest. I'm going to be nice and not name drop. Spare them the future embarrassment when word gets out about the shit that they've been doing behind the scenes. Like the buying low, saying I don't care about prices, selling high, trying to quit, but can't seem to know how to quit. They don't know how to quit a character. So Every time they've been trying to quit a character, they've been selling high instead of selling low to truly imply that they are quitting said character, stuck, and can't quit the character or quit the game because their stupid ass did not think to sell low so that they can finally quit that character and be free. Let's also talk about the resell. We can also go back and talk about the reselling, where I already know quite a few people who buy low then proceed to resell. For example, two Chosu names resell. One of them is very active in CC General and also loves to sound very obnoxious in CC General. And if you scroll up in General Guides to when I talked about the core document, one of those two Chosus that resell very often decided to sound is incredibly ignorant. There's a big clue there. The other Chosu is currently trying to sell everything on his account to quit after people realizing that he is the sole reason why Hero of Middleworld, the 5 out of 5 is 30 bill, and people are paying 6 bill, and people are paying 6 bill a unique accessory. Oh, but let's not talk about this one person. Let's not talk about this one person who have been Oops, sorry. I almost made it obvious. I have to catch myself. But you are making it obvious. That's the point. You can easily point these people out with how much attention. You can easily point these people out with how much attention they're getting for all the stupid shit they keep saying and the stupid shit that they keep doing. People have been watching them, but they keep asking for attention, making more people watch them and take note of what they do. And those people don't care. And some of those people even walk in the price check channel and throw out prices. But in reality, they don't actually care. They just want to see the other people suffer. They don't care. So, but there's a lot of people like that in this server. Hence why I had the two options I stated in part 1. So either she gave me another option. But people have been blacklisting for the longest. I know I've been blacklisting. So yeah, I will encourage other guilds who actually care about their members. Have a guild-wide blacklist. List the people and the reason why when it comes for selling, trading, and buying. Make sure to have their Discord username. Make sure to have the reason why. Make sure to provide proof. I'm sitting on tons of proof about the people on my blacklist. I would suggest you guys do the same as well. The ones who actually care. I would suggest you guys do the same as well. Make it guild wide. Make that blacklist guild wide. So no one else in your guild fall on the same thing. Then sit back, continue to watch in silence like you have been doing. So, if you find a reseller, so watch your stuff, Watch the stuff that you sell. Watch where it goes and how it's being used. When you find a reseller, put them on a block list. Put them on a block list. Make sure to provide proof and a reason why. If you know people outside of your guild that are friends, close friends even, warn them too, so that they can put them on their block list and refuse service for them. Refuse service as in buying, selling, and trading. I know, people have been blacklisting for the longest, I know. That was the third option that slipped my mind, but I had to make the video short so that it wouldn't be an hour, because no one's gonna sit through an hour-long video. Well, some might, and those people are the ones who are the most knowledgeable. But the normal average person is not going to sit through an hour-long video. So I had to make it short and just stick with two options. But that was the third option. That actually was the third option that I had. But didn't want to make it an hour long. So we currently have three options. Well, can we have a fourth option? I would say we could all band together and march on the forums and talk about it. But the same, let's see, 1, 2, 3, the same 4 or 5 people who have been very vocal about their ignorant shit in the CC Discord and can't seem to shut their mouths are going to be in our forums speaking against us and proceeding to act ignorant and irritate everyone who cares. So don't even bother going on forums. Yeah, from experience and dealing with those same people who have been acting ignorant for years on forums, go to the many forum threads where I've had discussions and read how ignorant these people sound. Don't even bother going on forums. Yeah, there would have been a fourth option, but considering how ignorant these people are and how stupid and retarded they sound, we ain't even gonna bother going on forums. Just sit back. We're just gonna sit back, watch in silence. We're just gonna sit back, continue to watch in silence like we have been doing. I'm well aware that most of y'all have been watching in silence and trying to stay out of it and not get engaged and not get involved. We just sit back, watch in silence, and watch them fuck each other over, while we once again continue to take care of our own. So we just sit back and watch in silence. Technically, I'm not sitting back and watching in silence because I'm providing you guys with 2 messages. But do know that I still understand. Do you know that I still understand the assignment? You know this because you notice I haven't really been selling or really buying all that much. That's another thing. You guys notice that I haven't been buying or really selling all that much. Because I've been more focused on my own stuff and stuff. I saw stuff that I need fixed and stuff. So I've been focusing on that. But the least I can do is provide you guys with information and some kind of guidance on how to tackle this. So that we can still play the game that we enjoy. Just trying our best not to engage with the community all that much, but keep each other united. That's a good way. That's a good way that we're going to get to this. If we stay united, we cannot fall apart. We have to stay united. If we stay united, we can get to this, and we can still have the fun that we want to have. If we stay united, we have to stay united. I know there are people out there that agree with what we've been saying and vocal about regarding prices, and they want the same thing too. We want to look out for those people too, but those people are too scared to speak out or speak up about it and let somebody know about it. So they're stuck on the other side and trying to come on this side. I really want to encourage them to speak up so they don't be lumped in with the rest of them, but that's going to be proven to be difficult because they're also aware of how people will act if they speak up and stuff. They're also aware of the backlash that they will potentially get. So that's why they're choosing to be quiet and trying to deal with it in their own way. But us, we gotta stay united. We have to stay united. That's how we're going to get through this. We have to stay united. We have to continue to work together. If we fall apart, we'll never be able to tackle this. We'll struggle just as much as the other side is. So we have to stay together. We have to stay united. Wow, I can't believe we're doing this for just a game. Well, those other people are fucking up said game, so now we have to kind of take it seriously so we can still have fun on the game that we love and enjoy. Well, most of us love and enjoy. The rest of them are just there and just, y'all get the point. So So yeah, stay united. People in your crew. If you really genuinely care about them and want them to be able to stand on their own 2 feet, if you really care about them and want them to stand on their own 2 feet, make sure they have at least 5 characters that they can do weeklies and dailies on, so they can be able to make credits on their own. And if you are confused about where you guys can make credits, I can give you some well-known ones. Modest Hill, Flamewave, Dragon Prelude, Tragic Performance Repeat, Gatewave, Tower of Ceiling, Mirage Repeated, very hard if you can, Dragon Execution, Battle Program Another Lucifer, Battle Program Searing Dust. Make sure to do Battle Program Searing Dust and Another Lucifer on hard mode if you can. Training Program Tactical Wolf. There's more that I forgot, but those are the main ones. Oh! Mephisto. Level 75 Mephisto. Level 75 Vetus. They still get credits. So now you guys have places to go. I know I'm leaving some stuff out, but I'm giving y'all the known ones. Now that y'all have places to go, where to go grind. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to do whatever you can with the information that I provided in the first one and the second one. The reason why I've been fighting, running back a bit of history, so forth. I'm gonna let you guys do I must you guys do what you will with the information. Stay united. Again, stay united. If we fall apart, we will never get through this. We have to stay united. We have to stay as one. Even if a lot of us don't necessarily, yeah, we have to stay united.